Apple. Is it time to get back in the stock? This is one that I've made a good profit from, around about 25%. Sold it all, and it was the right thing to do. It trimmed down, and now I'm looking at buying it back in. I've just bought my first share, and we're starting now. So from this point, I'm going to share with you what my valuation is, the intrinsic value, the insider trading, who's buying, who's selling, what their revenue, their balance sheet is looking like, and whether it's a good, it's got a good upside swing from here. Of course, last night was the Apple presentation, and we won't cover that on this video, but just thought I'd mention it. I don't know why I mentioned that. What's the point? You might notice it's a bit cold today here in Texas. You don't think of cold when you think of Texas, do you? Anyway, let's get straight into the video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, make sure that you subscribe and ring the bell. If you ring the bell, you'll be notified. Now, I've just added a new service to my members. Members get videos, exclusive videos with my paid services information, which I'm partnered with. So you get that straight away, and the general public will get videos about an hour later. But also the members will get videos which include this exclusive content, which is only available from Bloomberg Terminal and other things like that I'm investing in. I wanted to bring that to my members first. Okay, and some of it exclusively. Right, Apple. I've just bought my first share of Apple, and I'm immediately up on it. Just one. I have an allocation of $10,000 for Apple. That's what I'd like to own and to bring into my portfolio. But we've just bought our first share of Apple. Now, why am I buying in? What's going on? Let's look at my position, and let me share with you. We aim to be the most honest channel on YouTube TV, so everything here is real. This is my real money. You can see I've just bought the first share. There it is. Excuse me. And it's up already, as you can see, just slightly, because this is the time for me to buy it. Why is it the time to buy it? Well, let me share with you some of my information that I prepared for you here, why I'm buying back in Apple. First of all, Apple and Coca-Cola, Tesla are my favorite stocks to own long term. Absolutely, you can buy these and leave them forever, and they make up what's going to be my pension, where I can rely on future growth with some dividends. Not all of those, of course, are dividends. But let's look at it right now. So first of all, best case scenario. Best case scenario is if the stock is worth $172, it's $2 overvalued. It won't be 172, I don't think, until we see the rates pause or come down. Of course, that's expected in the spring. Tomorrow we are reporting live for the FOMC report. We'll cover that live on the show. Jerome Powell's a guest on my show, and my show alone, of course. It's not anywhere else. But of course, we like to look at the base case. Now, the base case, you might say it's overvalued by 24%. A high growth stock, a high blue chip stock like this is always going to be overvalued because people are buying the future price of the stock. However, I'm looking for value. I'm looking for a good deal. I'm looking to make money consistently. I consistently beat Warren Buffett, consistently beat the market. So my aim is to find value wherever we can and not just buy anything because it's good. However, I allow 25% overvaluation on growth stocks with a huge value like Apple. We are now 24%. We are just under. Hence why I bought my first share. I'd like to see it go lower before I add more. If it goes up without me, I couldn't care less. There are other things to buy. I don't have to load up on any stock no matter how good it is. So the worst case scenario, well, of course, I don't see it going to $99. That's where everything's going wrong with Apple, and everything isn't going wrong with Apple. But we'll go into the valuations right now. Wall Street are giving it a 21% up increase from here. The relative value is down. The DCF is down. Intrinsic value is down. But it's exceptional 3-year return on equity, 128, and exceptional 3-year average on ROIC. 39%. Okay, let's go through now some important information on Apple and see what you make of this. This is where we like to buy it. 133. This is when I'll be all in on the stock. We'd like to buy it around about here. Don't see that happening just yet. It could come down to 150, where I would then be up to the half of my allocation, maybe $5,000, somewhere in that region. But we are starting to nibble at the heels of Apple once again. The fundamental analysis, let's look at it. We've just had the Apple event last night. And this is the latest information this morning. And I am going up as I'm talking to you already. I'm up already 0.5%. I've only owned it for a couple of minutes. So that's very good. Happy with that. It's all about timing. Even though I don't try to time the market, I'm looking for the value when to buy the stock. Now, this service I'm sharing, this information here, is a paid service that I show exclusively, share with you. But I'll also make videos on stocks that only members get to see and put those out. I'm just making this one during a live video, but some of you won't see this information unless you are members, because I pay for this service or I partner with these companies for this information. The revenue is $384 billion, down 0.3. We know that the iPhone 15 is not doing great at the moment. Interest rates too high, but they are coming down. They will be coming down in the spring and the summer. That's what I think. So that this will swing up. This is why I'm buying it now. Operating income is slightly down 0.1, but the net income is up 0.5. The company is still strong. Cash flow up 3%. Capital expenditure, that's down slightly, which is good to see. Free cash flow up 4%. We like that. We look at the assets, 335 billion, liabilities, 275 billion. So the company is in a good position, as you can see from here. Looking good. Current liabilities, 125 billion. Current assets, 123 billion. Efficiency of the company. Let's look at this for you right now. The gross margin, 43%. They do very, very well on selling their products. Operating margin, 29%. Net margin, 25%. FCF margin, 26%. ROE, 160%. ROA, 28%. ROIC, 41%. And ROCE, 54%. It's got a fundamental score of 81 profitability. That's good. Anything above 70 is really, really good. Solvency score, of course, high interest coverage is good. High Altman Z score is good. Long-term solvency is good. Positive net debt. We don't like the debt, of course. Nobody likes debt, but most successful companies do hold a substantial amount of debt. Okay, Apple lowest target. Well, like I said to you before, 150. That's where I said I would own $10,000 worth of Apple. 11% downside. The average forecast is up 21%, 203. This is why I'm now buying it. And the Apple high forecast is 252 with a 50% upside. Okay, now then, we'll scroll down now to ownership. Now, ownership is something not only do I do on here, but also I try to build relationships with people online and connections at the companies. I like to be able to learn on the ground what's going on, speak to people, make friends, and I share that information with you here live on the show. All right, so now, as you can see, I'm already now up nearly 0.5% from just buying it a few moments ago, and I'm not going all in yet. As I say, I'll wait for another little drop, but it's nice to see it go up, but I'm not going to sell it or buy any more until we get another little drop, okay? Now then, over the last 3 months, the last transaction, Martyn Lucas, we like that name, Senior Vice President, who sold 5.7 million worth of shares. Now, it's very important to note that was just done a couple of weeks ago. When you see an insider sell, you straight away assume it's bad for the stock. It's driving the stock down. But then that presents the next round of opportunity. So when I see insiders sell, first of all, I want to know why they've sold. How many shares do they have? And if they've sold, is it purely for tax purposes, or it doesn't really reflect a bad on the company? It's just they're leaving the company or whatever. That's where you need to build relationships to find out why they're selling. But also, when insiders sell, it can mean they think that the stock's going down. Well, we've seen Apple go down. It presents the opportunity, for you to buy back up again. That's the whole point. So you're not necessarily looking to see insiders buying. You're looking to see the last round of the selling before the buying. So you don't want to just be waiting for the buyers, because when the buyers come in, if it's insiders buying millions of shares, the stock has just moved 10%. That's what can happen. So we don't want to be waiting for the buyers. We want to see the end of the sellers. So that's important to know who's selling, why they're selling. Anyway, so there is my initial reaction to Apple. And as you can see, I'm already up on it. Do I regret not buying more? Not at all. Not at all. It's still expensive, but it's at the threshold when I'll start loading up. Now, should it just rally without me? Should I start buying? No. There's always an opportunity. I want to always be up on my stocks. I want to be in a position of value, not overbuy, not overpay. So if it suddenly goes up now, great. I've got one share and I'm up already 1/3% in the matter of moments. However, I do expect it to drop a bit lower and I'll start buying more. If it goes up without me, doesn't matter. I'm still up. I'll just wait for the next opportunity. Anyway, there's my reaction to Apple this morning. There's information shared with you. If you would like to join us, and I will share with you right now, my overall portfolio on the basis of what I'm buying is, again, up 1.65. I'm beating Warren Buffett and the S&P pretty much consistently. Most days on average. So that's looking pretty good. If you'd like more information, click above my head for my X account. That's where I share my conversations with everyone related to my stocks, relationships and friends that I'm able to share with you. Some of the communication, they say, is private, but wherever I can, I will share. I've got one of the astronauts on Virgin Galactic just shared one of my posts. So I got some good friends at Virgin Galactic as well, and other stocks. Click above my head also for the FOMC report. That's live tomorrow. And over here, I'll post other videos I think you will find interesting in the series. As always, until next time, take care of your money, yourselves, your crypto. Most importantly, take care of each other.